I had this dream. This dream reminded me of a dream I had before, about maybe a year ago. And this dream I had, that was just a few days ago, I had this dream. In the dream, I was somewhere, and there is a blue bus that came. There was somebody that was driving the bus, and the bus had people in it, but we had frequent like stops. One of the stops, the driver stopped to drop all of us off so we can go and take a break and do whatever we need to do. And I realized that a lot of people were going out of the bus, and I was getting out of the bus, and I was going. There was a place where there's like a body of water that was there. There's different things, but I headed toward the body of water, just like with other few people that was with me. And there were some of us that just scattered. They scattered and went to different places. And and then after a while the bus came. When the bus came, I a lot of us were far away and some of us were close enough. I was paying attention because the bus driver said he'd be back. I believe it was like a blue bus, a big huge like school bus size blue bus. So the bus came and a lot of us got in the bus. And when I got in the bus, there was already people in the bus. And I got in the bus and I said, you know what? I'm going to go sit next to the window. If I sit next to the window, it was behind the driver, but on the opposite side of the driver. But then I said, I don't want to sit by the window because I'm going to be too squished. I want to be able to because I would be in the corner and not being able to see everything. So I said, no, I'm going to just stay where I am. So I was already on a higher level in the bus. It's like the bus had, the back was higher and then the bottom kind of like lower. So the people on the top can see the bottom and the whole layer of the bus and outside. So I felt like I had a better advantage being close to the back of the bus, but I was higher. Had I gone to go sit next to the window, I wouldn't have been able to see as much as I was able to see staying where I was to begin with. So I stayed there. There was another girl that was right next to me. She looked like she was like a black girl as well. And while I was in the bus, I had this sense. I was the sense that I was part of a group of people. I don't know now who these people are, but I had a similar dream like this before. So while I'm in the bus now, I'm thinking about the other dream. While I'm in the bus now, I realized that some of us that were supposed to come in the bus, they weren't there. And there was one lady that left the bus as we were, she left the bus late. She was very, very late. And then she was heading toward the water. But the area where she went, it was like over a cliff, and I was like, oh my God, she could fall because there was nothing to catch her, and the drop was very high and she wasn't aware of it. She wasn't aware about how high she was and how dangerous it was for her to get ready to go down, because she's thinking she wants to go down to the water, but the water's so far down. And I said, oh my God. And I also noticed that I'm like, the majority of us are in the bus. This woman is just leaving now to go take a break. She's not going to make it on time. The bus is getting ready to leave. And I can't warn her because we already on the way to go. And there were other people that came off the bus but never came back on. They were nowhere to be found. But I was there, and there's a few of us that was there. So now I'm in the bus and I'm looking at this and realizing there's a lot of people that did not get back on the bus. And I had a great concern about the lady. A, she's late coming off the bus. And two, she's heading towards somewhere where she's going to fall. And three, she doesn't know that she's about to miss the bus. This is the only way for her to get to leave the area is through that bus. She's about to miss it. I was like, oh man. And then it was me, the black girl that was next to me, and there's other people in the bus. I mean, other people from all different walks of life. Like I've seen Asian, white, black, all kinds of people in the bus. And I felt like I was part of this group. I can't explain it yet. This dream reminded me of a dream I had last year. I had a dream that there was a storm that was coming. There was a heavy storm that was coming, and there was a group of us. There was some of us that were. It looked like almost like it kind of, the scenery kind of looked like La Jolla in San Diego. The water was coming, a big wave was coming. And then some of us were running to go find a place to go stay, but the wave came so fast and it swooped us. It kind of like swooped all of us from and lift us off the ground and like carry us almost like a tsunami, carrying us into the land with the water with us. So me and some other people, there were other people that were there, they must have drowned because I didn't see them. But me and some other people, we got pushed from the tsunami, but we ended up in a big building. Inside of the building, there were a lot of people that were there. And then I heard that it was time to go. It was time to go. So when it was time to go. So now all of us is lining up. And then so I was in the first group, a set of people that was getting ready. It was in a group of army people, and we're getting ready to go. They said it's time to go. So now the wave just sent us into the building. Now we out of the building, but the water is still high. We are still in danger, but the water wasn't overtaking us anymore. Now the water was at our ankle level. And then they said we all needed to line up because we need to go. So out in the group that I was in, I wasn't in the front of the line. I was one of the ones closer to the back of the line. That kind of reminded me of the bus I was in. But I could see everybody that's on the line. I could see the front and I could see the back. Then I turn around, which is very bizarre. I'm not going to say her name because if I say her name, you'll know who I'm talking about. I look behind me. The second group was somebody that is very famous. I was like, that's kind of weird. Why is she in the second group and not in the first group? And then I was looking, I said, maybe I should, I should just like, I wanted to change seats again. And then, but there was a girl that was right next to me, another black girl that was next to me. And it looks like she was about to take my space. I was like, oh no, I'm not leaving. So I stayed where I was in line. And then I looked behind me. I said, this woman is very famous, but she's in the second line. I'm in the first line. I am the first, in my group, we're the first, what do you call it? We're the first people to go. And in the dream, I'm like, oh my God, this woman is very powerful. She's very big ministry-wise. She's very big. So there was like maybe 3 or 4 people that was behind me. And then she was like maybe a few people. There was a few people behind her, but she was in the second group that was getting ready to move forward. So the dream I had now being in the bus reminded me of the dream I had before. This is the revelation I'm getting from this both dream I had, is that I am connected to a group of people. I don't know who they are yet. A few years ago, I went to Israel and I was a part of a group of 300 people. And I had the most powerful encounters. I had the most powerful encounters. I saw, those of you who knows that, I have visions all the time. I saw what the end is going to look like, how the Lord is going to crack the sky and came through. I had a vision of that when I was in Israel overlooking Mount Olives. So, but I was in a group of 300 people. Within those 300 people, we were anointed. We were anointed, and we were also baptized. And every single one of us had experienced something so powerful. There were 300 of us, but yet every single one of us had experienced something different. Now, this year, 2025, I just came from Israel. Israel is not the only place I'm going, but the Lord said, stay in Jerusalem and pray. After that, I'm going to send you the Comforter. You will become a witness of me from Samaria and to the uttermost part of the earth. So now the second group, which was just a few months ago in November, my birthday, hello. And I was out there again, but this group was 150 people that was there. Again, I had one of the most powerful time of my life there. There isn't enough time or even video space I could sit and talk about my experiences I've had while I was there. And I feel like I am part of a group that I don't know yet. I know I am prophetic. I know I'm a seer, and many times I've gone into the heavenlies in heaven, whether in the body or out of the body, like like Paul would say. And ooh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Heaven called me an oracle. This is what I was called, an oracle. I've always told people I'm not a preacher, but I am a worshiper. One thing I know is I can pray, and when I pray, I know that the heavens will open and I'm going to have an experience with God. I don't always know exactly what I'm going to experience, but I know whatever I'm going to experience is going to be powerful. So what the Lord had revealed to me is that the same grace he had, which is available for everybody, if you're hungry enough, it's for you to have as well. The grace he had given to the apostles, the grace he had given to the people of old, is the same grace he had given me. And that grace I am to take to the uttermost part of the earth to reveal the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit through love and compassion, because of what I've been through and what I'm still going through and what I had to overcome, even what I'm overcoming even now. So every single one of us have a tribe that we belong to. And sometimes we may feel that we're like not as far as we would like to be, but you're a lot further than where you think you are. I'm looking at myself in the first group of people that's getting ready to go. I mean, we were going to war. But I was one of the set people, as if like it was with honor. And then I was like, I don't want to leave my side. A, I don't want nobody taking my spot. And B, there's somebody bigger and stronger than me, have a bigger ministry than I do. But yet I'm in the front line. I'm in the first group of people, the first group set of people that's getting ready to go. Oh, it is so powerful. We all belong somewhere. We belong to some sort of tribes. Wherever God puts you, just stay there and wait, because you will see. You will see. That was one of the most powerful dreams. The bus was just a blue bus. It was big, but what saddens me is those that never make it back to the bus. And those, like that older lady that left late, and they will never get back to the bus again, because the bus driver wasn't going to go back to where we came from, but it was moving forward. And I thank God, because I was in a place that I thought, let me sit somewhere else. I'm like, no, I'm not going to move. But where I am is so high, I get the advantage to see everything. I get the advantage to see at a full view. You know how the eagles soar? They soar up high, where they could see everything. They could see the ground. They could see everything. They could see their enemy. They could see their prey. They could see everything. That's the advantage I had in the dream. That's the feeling I felt. And the girl that was sitting next to me, she kind of like, did her head like this, like, this is where we need to be. This is exactly where we need to be sitting. And there was so much space in between us. I was comfortable, but I had the advantage to see more where I was. So I wanted to share this with you today. God bless you.